to our ball game tonight where the Drop Bears come into play. And this is a hodgepodge group with a lot of different varying levels of talent. It's formed by the OzBall organization, which has only been around for a little more than a year and a half, but they are taking over baseball in the lands down under. As you can see on the graphic there, it's made up of collegiate and professional players. The majority of the guys on the Drop Bears are all from Australia and have played professionally in Australia, and it's highlighted by Chris Oxspring, who will be starting tonight for the Drop Bears, and Rich Thompson, who have both played in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that's right. Chris Oxspring playing for the 2005 San Diego Padres. They won the NL West that season, and Rich Thompson spent a lot of time with the Los Angeles Angels, a little bit of time with the Oakland Athletics as well. And by the way, he got to play with a guy by the name of Vladimir Guerrero Sr., who's a Hall of Famer.
That's a fact. There is so many connections with these two guys in their pretty legendary careers. You can see the 18 years of experience for Oxspring, that's just professional. I mean, he's been pitching and playing ball his entire life, but when you're close to 2,000 innings pitched as a pro, as far as Baseball Reference would give you credit for, I wouldn't doubt he's thrown a couple innings here or there and gotten paid for it, and we haven't kept track of it. But the 3.77 career ERA should not be overlooked, especially because in 29 and a third innings this past winter in the Australian Baseball League, the ABL, the top level of baseball in Australia, he had a 2.15 ERA. I mean, he may be 46 years old. He was 45 when he threw those 29 and a third frames. He still has some really good stuff out there.
It's one of those things where, that's a testament to truly learning how to pitch, not just being able to throw velocity-wise, but learning how to hit the corners and execute good pitches. By the way, he's the second oldest player to ever play in the Australian Baseball League, the oldest as a pitcher.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. So we've got some legends in the building on the Aussie Drop Bears side. We cannot thank them enough for making the long journey. I mean, I think it's like 16 hours via flight, and the time difference is so wonky. I believe it's about 14 hours between here and Sydney, and it differs throughout that entire continent. But it's such a wild journey that when you get here, the time is pretty much the exact same as when you left Australia. And then when they make the journey back after playing the Party Animals on Monday night, they're going to lose an entire day of their lives. So we just cannot express our appreciation enough here that the Drop Bears made this journey, and it's a historic weekend being kicked off. How about an early weekend? A little Thursday night banana ball. It's going to be a really fun one tonight. Let's throw it down to the young professor to get us ready to rumble. Well, what a pleasure this is. Matt Cavill, the owner of the Aussie Drop Bears, the man who made this whole thing happen on a mic. How you living tonight, Matt?
Well, I'm very well, rock stars. How are you guys going?
Oh, we're doing great. A lot of extracurriculars.
I love a few clowns behind me here, guys. Typical Australians.
Little extracurriculars going on behind you, man. How are you enjoying your trip here and your first journey in Banana Ball?
No, mate, we're loving it here, mate. We're guests in your house, and we're having a ball.
That's cool to hear. Now, how did you make this thing happen? I mean, how did you get this entire team from the land down under, a 28-hour journey, over here to play these 4 games?
Mate, it all started with a phone call back in, I think it was late September, to Jesse. And I remember telling Kevin, my business partner, that he wants to speak to us next Saturday. So all week we sat there thinking of ways to maybe spruce up what we can do and things like that. And we called him the next Saturday, and he'd already had a date, time, and where we're going to be, and we were ready to rock and roll. So the next day we put out a post of players that wanted to come, and here we are. Look at these Muppets. I can see it in the vision.
Jeremy Atkinson back out on the bump. He's thrown an inning and a third now of relief.
Yeah, Jeremy's from Queensland, mate, one of the Pine Hills players that we've picked up, and he plays a bit ABL. So a lot of these guys play in the ABL in college here in Australia. I'm dead set copping it here, fair dinkum. But like I said, we're guests at your house, and it's been fantastic. You know, we've got a lot of young Drop Bears coming through. We have a tournament in the Gold Coast in a couple of weeks that attracts 40-odd teams. And we take 9 of those for baseball back to the US here in a few months, and a couple for softball as well. And, they're the future of this game here, and we hope to continue this for a few years. And who knows, have you guys in Australia. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, I got chills when you just said that. We got a 1-2 count on Noah Bridges here. It is 9-10-1 for the Nanners in the bottom of the 6th. The Bananas lead 3 points to 1, which was the final score last night, but it was a thrilling end as Bridges bounces out to Rich Thompson over at first base. He's now 0 for 2 on the night. It's not much more you can ask for, having the tying run in scoring position, winning run at the dish at the end. And before I ask you this question, here's Jesse Cole.
Please welcome Dakota Stilts All-Britain.
How about this, man? You think you might be able to find somebody in Australia who could swing the bat, pitch it, and field on 5-foot stilts?
Mate, we've got performers in Australia, so I'm sure we could find a couple. We've got plenty of clowns, don't worry about that. The buzz here is electric.
First pitch lobbed in all the way to the backstop. Dakota's not going to try and steal first base. I think that would...
Yeah, we could be here for a while if you want to steal second at least.
That's a fact.
But, mate, it's just absolutely electric here. I've never seen anything like it. It just doesn't stop for 3-4 hours. It's crazy. Inside the stadium, outside the stadium when it finishes, it's just absolutely amazing. You guys have got a fantastic product, and I can see why there's a waiting list of tickets of hundreds of thousands. So congratulations to you guys. It's absolutely... It's exhilarating.
Well, we really appreciate it, Cav. And, I mean, you have just added to the mayhem here. It's pretty special that you guys created the first ever international games of banana ball as Stilts cues that one to second. And now your son, Blake, is racing him to the bag. He's going to have to flip it there just in time. Great showmanship from little Cav over there.
Mate, we're happy to be the first. It's quite a privilege, to be honest. We're just a few blokes that we just put together, and so we come to the biggest stage. It's the greatest show in sport. There is no doubt about that. You know, a lot of purists that we have in Australia would probably not like this type, but once you come here, 100% it changes your attitude towards the game. There's people smiling, left, right to centre. There's kids just a buzz. I've just never seen, I'm going to be honest, I've never seen this many people. It's insane. All through the town. Savannah's beautiful. All through the town, yeah, you're getting high fives in the streets. We're getting free drinks at the clubs. The boys aren't worried. The boys are liking that part. But he goes, Maxi.
Oh, between the legs.
There you go, got him again, that a boy.
That's his second trick play of the night.
But no, the boys are, you know, for 17 blokes that probably didn't know each other before 3 days ago, they've really adapted to the concept here, and I couldn't be prouder. Especially with Ox and Tomo running the show. Couldn't be prouder. It's fantastic.
Well, Matt, once again, we cannot thank you enough for making this whole thing happen as we get another look at the trick play from your shortstop, Maxie Brennan, over there. He has now doubled the amount of trick plays Challenger players have had on the tour, and this is the 10th Challenger game overall, so really impressive stuff there. And real quick before we say goodbye to you, as Matt Wolf backflips onto the mound, our trick pitching extraordinaire will start warming up. How can the people learn more about the drop bears and OzBall and everything that you guys are doing over there in Australia?
Hey, they can jump on the social media pages. We're at Aussie Drop Bears for Facebook and OzBall Tournaments for Facebook as well. We're also on Instagram and TikTok under the same names. But one of the things I want to thank the fans here. They've purchased merchandise. They've supported us. We're looking forward to the party animals on Monday night where we might get a bit more love. Maybe 50% because they love you guys here. But yeah, you can jump on our socials and on our Facebook pages, etc., and purchase merchandise, support the Drop Bears, so we can do this for years to years. You know, we don't do it for the money. We do it for the love of the game and giving kids, and especially the older kids now, opportunities. And mate, it's the greatest show on earth, as it says before every game.
Cav,
I can't stop smiling. I can't.
You're a legend of the game. You're
I can die a happy man, mate. I can die now, and I am a happy man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing all this and popping on the mic. We'll see you after the game, Big Tiger.
Thanks, boys. Take it easy. We'll have a few cold ones.
That's a fact. There goes Matt Cavill, the man who made this whole thing happen. And as we enter the 7th inning with Matt